and acknowledge how lucky I feel at the moment to be with all of you, our dearest family and friends. To have you here today is really special for us. I want to especially thank those that have come from far afield. So yeah, thank you so much for making the journey to come with us today. In terms of my wife and I, I've reflected a lot on our time together and some of the key moments we've had. One particularly from early on in our relationship that brought us closer together very quickly was a trip to Amsterdam. I'm glad you're laughing now, I'm not getting started. We both look back on it very fondly. I think it's because we learned so much about each other so early on in our relationship. Lucy's best, most lovely traits were on show. Her funny side, we shared a lot of laughs. Her thoughtful and organised side, as she organised a number of great activities, along with a great hotel, included, Lucy added excitedly, a gold-tipped parrot in our room. I also received her kind and caring side, as she nursed me back to health after a fairly traumatic experience in one of the local coffee shops. But that is a story for another day. During this trip, an amusing yet frightening trait of Lucy's manifested itself. This was her hanger. I learned this on a walk back from one of our excursions across town. Lucy's humour soon turned, and I started to question, what had I done wrong? Perhaps I'd said something offensive, pedalled the pedalo too slow, stared too intently at something at the sex museum. I worked hard to delve into this, and it turned out, Charles, I'm hungry. I hadn't been quick or diligent enough to find a decent restaurant to eat for lunch. After scrambling on Google, we promptly dived into the nearest place, and by the second bite of food, a transformation. Back to her lovely bubbly self, and me very confused about what was going on. It was quite something. On the back of this trip, I've always been a bit wary of this trait, and fortunately managed to avoid too many other incidents of this. But there have been further hangry flashes. The pitterbed incident of 2020, the half avocado I decided to tuck into my chicken wrap a couple of weeks ago. So, Lucy, my pledge to you, as your husband, is to ensure you're looked after and fed exactly when needed.
Marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humour. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. It is discovering what marriage can be at its best.
To the bridesmaids, Emma, Van, Kim, Sophie, where are you? Wherever you are, over there. You're Lucy's nearest and dearest, and she thinks incredibly highly of you all. And you're always there for her to offer guidance, advice, and a listening ear when needed. Probably complains about me sometimes, I'm sure. Emma, particularly in your case, I know you and Lucy are very close, and it's lovely to see that Hugo, James, and Oscar are as well. Thank you for organising a great hen. She absolutely loved it. She was very emotional when she came back. She had such a good time. It was great that I could be there to share the experience as well, in the form of a cardboard cutout, which Lucy straddled while singing karaoke later that night. To Tina and Dave, thank you for being so welcoming and making it so easy to fit into your family from day one. You've done so much from us, helping us decorate when we first brought our house together, surprising us after coming back from that holiday and repainting the outside of our house, and looking after Hugo. And Dave, thank you for inviting me to join the Burnham Table Tennis League. Unfortunately, I didn't quite cover myself in glory, although I do maintain another season, I might have actually won a game. Mum, where are you? I can't do justice.
Sorry, shaking her head.
I can't do justice what you've done for me. But I want to say thank you for helping me make me the man I am today. You've always been there for me through life's highs and lows. And in a minute. And I've always made your life very easy. You've always worked very hard to ensure mine is as easy as it can be. So for that, I really appreciate that. I love you for it. Lucy, it's hard to believe it's been so long together. It's flown by. Harder still to believe we've known each other from those days on the school bus when we first became friends. When I serenaded you with a bit of 50-50 by Lamar. Since then, my music and Friends education has been comprehensive. I thought I'd watched quite a bit of Friends before meeting Lucy, but I was wrong. Lucy, you've always led the way as a parent and mum to Hugo. I'm glad to see you as thoughtful for him as you have been for me. He's still young, there he is, and developing into a happy, beautiful, intelligent boy who likes to put bubbles in my face, and he makes me a proud father of him every day, and that is all down to your hard work you put in, and I'll always love you for that. They say that no one's perfect, but I actually think that's wrong. Lucy, your personality, your traits, they're what make you perfect to me. As without them, you wouldn't be you. I look forward to learning more about them and sharing more memories together for the rest of our lives together.
best friend. I do not say that lightly. Really, truly find the strongest, happiest friendship in the person you fall in love with. Someone who speaks highly of you, someone you can laugh with, the kind of laughs that make your belly ache and your nose snort. The embarrassing, earnest, healing kind of laughs. Wit is important. Life is too short not to love someone who lets you be a fool with them. Make sure they are somebody who lets you cry too. Despair will come. Find someone that you want to be there with you through those times. Most importantly, marry the one that makes passion, love and madness combine and course through you. A love that will never dilute, even when the waters get deep and dark.